hard is it? So I decided it was time for a change in my life. I have become a polytheist. That's a person that believes in two or more gods. Toastmaster of the evening, judges, guests, and members. I'd like to talk a little bit about polytheism tonight, because I expect most of you know very little. And I want to talk about one of our most sacred of rituals. First, polytheism allows you to have between 2 and 12 gods. There are hundreds, possibly thousands of gods in the world, worshipped by various cultures. You can choose up to 12 of them. It will become your personal gods, or goddesses, or what we refer to as special entities. Because there are some individuals out there that are almost godlike. Polytheism is a very inclusive religion, and we want to include all people. Now, the special ritual I wanted to tell you about, it's a very private thing where you sit quietly and you close your eyes and you have a vision of you and your god, goddess, or special being having lunch or dinner or breakfast together. And I would like to start with, I haven't been a polytheist for very long, just a couple months, so my visions are not very well developed. But I would like to tell you about them, what the items have developed. First, my first will be a lunch with the Buddha. Now you might say, oh, wait a second, the Buddha is not a god. Right? Buddhists believe that the Buddha is the most spiritually enlightened human being. So, within polytheism, remember we're inclusive? That's good enough for us. If you're a Buddha, we can consider you sort of like a god. So I'm going to have lunch with the Buddha. Now, one of the things I'm really fascinated about Buddhism is they believe in reincarnation. Reincarnation, where your life or your spirit is passed on to another entity sometime in the future. And we all talk to ourselves. You ever think, you say, tonight I need to go to such and such. Oh, wait a second. I forgot all about it. Yes. So we all have these conversations floating on our head. My idea, my vision for me and the Buddha is he's going to bring another one of me. Find somebody in the future who will have my soul, will be there. So it'll be the Buddha, me, and me. And, I like to talk. And I think I can have just a marvelous conversation with myself. Now, I must admit, I have thought, if the Buddha brought a female, a woman, me, I don't know. Just between you and me, I don't know if I'd be attracted to her or not. Something I'm curious. Now, before going farther, I need to tell you a little bit more about Buddhism. Polytheism. Polytheism, the leadership encourages all to have very, very divine, very spiritual visions of us with our God. But we know that some of our members, their visions aren't necessarily spiritual. And I'm almost embarrassed to say I'm one of those men. My second vision is me having a romantic dinner with Venus, the goddess of love. But I saw a picture of her in Italy. She was beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. Now, when it was her birth, she was born fully grown. Some gods, that's the way it happens for some gods. They're just born, boom, just like that, adults. Now, though they're born fully grown, they're not born clothed. So, here's a picture of Venus floating across the ocean on a shell with her hands discreetly positioned. So, for modesty purposes. But she's gorgeous, and I'd like to have dinner. The other is Bacchus, or Dionysius, is another name, the god of wine. He likes. So I'm envisioning it's on a Greek island, a warm afternoon. We're going to have blankets spread across, covering up the grass. There'll be Bacchus, me, 40 or 50 gallons of good, really good wine, of course.